Hey, welcome. So, have you ever stopped to think that the key to better hearing might not just be about your ears? What if it's actually about what's on your dinner plate? Or maybe even your yoga routine? Well, today we're going to build what I'm calling a holistic toolkit for hearing health, looking at it as a vital part of our total body wellness. So, let's just get right to it. Is hearing health all in your ears? The answer, you might be surprised to hear, is a huge no. It's actually pretty fascinating how deeply connected it is to your entire body. We're going to explore how things like your heart health, your stress levels, and even the vitamins you get at lunch play a really crucial role. So yeah, let's build that personal toolkit for lifelong hearing wellness. We're going to walk through three simple but really powerful parts. Think of this as your guide to protecting one of your most precious senses with real, actionable steps you can start taking, today. Okay, first up in our toolkit, part one, fuel from within. And this is so foundational because, just like a high performance engine, your ears need the right fuel to function at their best. It really does all start on the inside. Now, check this out. The foods on this list can directly protect the thousands of tiny, delicate hair cells inside your inner ear. Things like antioxidants, you get those in berries and nuts. They actually fight off damage. And minerals like potassium, super important for regulating the fluid in your inner ear, which is, that's what converts sound into signals your brain can even understand. It's literally hearing health on a plate. And hey, it's not just about what you eat. Getting your body moving is just as critical. Think about it. Regular exercise isn't just for your heart. It improves circulation everywhere, pushing that vital, nutrient-rich blood all the way to those tiny, intricate structures of your inner ear. And this really lays it all out, right? The choice we have every day. On one side, you've got all these supportive habits, but on the other, there are habits that are actively harming your hearing. Smoking is a huge one because it can restrict blood vessels and even mess with the neurotransmitters that send sound signals to your brain. And we absolutely cannot forget about stress. Just like the slide says, stress isn't just in your head. When you're chronically stressed, it physically constricts your blood vessels, and that impairs circulation all over your body, including to your ears. That's why things like meditation or yoga aren't just for relaxing. They have a direct physical benefit by improving that all-important blood flow. All right, so we've got our internal fuel sorted. Now it's time for the second part of our toolkit, protect from without. We've built the foundation, and now we need to build a shield against all the daily hazards of the outside world. This stuff is your frontline defense, and it's so simple, but we so often overlook it. Whether you're at a concert, using power tools, or even just in a loud office, earplugs are your best friend. And if you're a headphone user, think of it like this. Give your ears a 5-minute silent break every single hour. It's all about preventing that damage from building up before it even starts. Okay, we really need to talk about cotton swabs. Seriously, the number one rule of safe ear cleaning is just stop using them. They usually just push earwax deeper and cause blockages. If you have an excessive amount of wax, a gentle rinsing method might work. But honestly, the safest bet is always to just talk to a professional. Now, here's a surprising one for you, your medicine cabinet. It's a known fact that over 200 common medications are something called ototoxic, which basically just means they can damage your hearing. Now, the key takeaway here isn't to change anything yourself. It's about being your own advocate. Next time you see your doctor, just ask, hey, could any of my prescriptions affect my hearing? And that brings us to the final part of our toolkit. And I gotta say, this one is my favorite. Train your brain. So far, we've covered fueling and protecting. Now we go on the offense. We're gonna talk about actively sharpening the whole system your brain uses to interpret sound. So before we jump into the exercises, we need to get this one key concept down: focused listening. Now, this is not just passive hearing. It's the active practice of picking out one specific sound from a noisy background. Like trying to hear your friend's voice in a super crowded restaurant. It's a workout for the sound processing part of your brain, making it stronger and way more efficient. So, here it is, your auditory workout plan. First, there's sound therapy, which exposes your ears to different frequencies to keep all those tiny muscles and mechanisms in your ear nice and responsive. We just talked about focused listening. You can do that literally anywhere. And finally, a simple ear massage can physically stimulate blood flow. 3 easy exercises you can start doing today. So let's bring it all together. The crucial point is this simple 3-part framework. First, you fuel your body from the inside. Second, you protect your ears from outside damage. And third, you actively train your auditory system. Fuel, protect, train. That's it. That's your holistic toolkit. And just one very important final note. While all of these habits are absolutely fantastic for supporting your overall ear health and wellness, they are not a substitute for medical advice. If you're experiencing genuine hearing loss, it is absolutely essential that you go consult a doctor for a proper diagnosis and treatment. So as we finish up, I'll leave you with this thought. Looking at your new toolkit, the fuel, the protection, the training, what's just one small habit you'll start today to invest in a future filled with rich sound? Thanks for tuning in for this explainer.